What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God. As there are many Decepticons running around these end times sent from the enemy, had that strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. I'm glad we can come down to this agreement. All right, you guys. So this is a very important video. Okay, we got a couple of things to go over. And updates from God and questions I've asked him. I can share with you guys now as of today. But we're going to start with a sign from God that there's the financial crash is coming very quickly. Okay. So I was getting my hair cut. You know the story's coming through. I tell you how it goes from beginning to end. I'm in the barbershop getting my hair cut about 1 p.m. sometime. Almost time for me to be finished. And the thing is, it takes me about 15 minutes to get my hair cut. So there was only a short window that God had to do this. That's why I'm like, oh, I know God trying to give me a message. So a guy walks through and says, I'm from the state of Treasury, and who's the manager? You know, I need to speak to whoever's in charge of finance, whatever, you know, manager. So he goes over and talks to one of the ladies all the way on the end. And that conversation was a bit too long and it just looked like there was some confusion. So I'm like, oh, and I'm sitting here, you know me, I'm listening, trying to figure out what's going on. God, what you trying to tell me? Is there key words? You know how we be waiting on all this stuff. But the thing that happened, you know, afterwards, when I left, I looked up state treasurer because, you know, okay, let's do it this way. And in addition to being the state's lead asset manager, banker, and financer, you know, the treasurer serves as a chairperson or a member of numerous state authorities, boards, and commissions. Okay, so that's what they do. So keywords: asset manager, banker, and financer, you know. And if you didn't know what they do, we're gonna tell you today. And then, you know, the state treasurer is basically like a state chief banker, the state's chief banker. And like we stated, they manage the money. So what's happening? Banks are crashing, things are happening. And it takes me back to that message where I was talking about when the Lord led me to the debt ceiling in 2023 and how that's becoming a big thing with the debt limit and stuff like that. It could be huge, and it's cutting benefits and stuff like Social Security. And my friend, I remember telling me, like, when he was going shopping for his grandma and the food stamps, like, they cutting everything for a reason. So we're getting closer and closer, and they said that the debt limit could be reached as soon as June 1st. You guys, it's like right around the corner. And the Lord been telling me, you know, the summer is an important key to things happening. It's going to be a very crazy summer, all right? And I'm just going to give you guys some things here that I wasn't allowed to give you before. I don't want anybody taking these words out of context and the way that it's being delivered, okay? Don't do that, because I'm not giving you no times. God ain't gave me no times. So we're going to just get that out the way right now before I start talking about these coins and these meme coins. And I ain't talking about Shiba, okay? I'm talking about cat season, all right? So let's jump into it. So there's been a lot of talk about cat seasons with meme coins. If you know, you know. If not, I'm going to explain now because God is permitting me to. So earlier on, you know, I was asking the Lord, why did you tell me to be silent? And he told me because certain people didn't belong. People will be surprised what happens, and, you know, unexpected things coming from these meme coins. People will be kicked out. And just, you know, asking for permission. A lot of people with this wealth transfer, like he was saying before, are not in the right mindset. They don't have him, or they're not coming to him personally for his inheritance. So that still stands, you guys. Even though I'm about to give you information, that still stands. You need to ask for permission before you do anything, because you may not be ready for certain blessings right now, okay? And you can't get upset or offended by that, because it's all about God not wanting you to fail, but to have you be ready for responsibility. Big blessings come and bring you to responsibility. All right. This ain't just, oh, I'm going to have this and do this. No, sowing is going to be required. All right. God is going to lead you to helping people, getting things that you've asked for yourself. Okay. This is very important. And all these things will happen at different times. All right. Like the Shiba Inus of the world and stuff like that. We ain't talking about that. Okay, so when I say meme coins, I don't know if I specified this before, but this was not what I was meaning. Shiba was not what I was talking about. I was talking about the cats. I was talking about the cats. That's what I was talking about. The cats. So now, today, after seeing another brother's video on releasing the information about this coin, which is BNB Lion, and I'm gonna explain all this stuff, so just be patient, please. Thank you. I was asking the Lord, I said, well, like, what's going on? I said, why did he say something? You know, you was telling people to be quiet. Why did you tell him to say that? Like, why do you do that? You know, why you do that? I'm confused right now. Thought we supposed to be quiet. He told me this, so I asked him, why did you tell me to be silent? Okay, why did you tell me, like, not to say anything about it at all? This is going to make sense to y'all, and I get it, and I'm going to explain more after his description, or explanation more so. He says, too early. It was too early, and many were scrambling. So what he means by this is, y'all remember all the wiki cats of prophecies and wiki cat stuff like that? A big wiki cat prophecy and all these other coins. So the Lord was saying people were scrambling into WikiCat. They're trying to figure out if it was BNB Lion, which is 2 of them. And I'm going to put the token address for y'all for that at the whatever. I'm going to put it in there down below. But he was saying people was going from here to here to here to here, and they was not going to God, right? They wasn't going to God, so they was confused, just throwing their money and savings everywhere. Just here and there, listening to this person, but not one time did they go to God. So God was telling me it was too early for people because they were not ready for the blessing to come. All right. It was too early. People weren't in the right mindset or right place in the spirit. There were tests that need to be done to see, okay, who's going to be in line for this and that and all this other stuff. So he said it was too early and many were scrambling. I wanted people to learn to ask me for permission after the season of April brought many disappointments. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the whole WikiCat situation. As soon as I did, I'm going to tell y'all, because I can tell y'all, as soon as I did the first video about ask for permission, I saw, was it Prophet Jules' video come up literally after I hit upload or publish, make public. His video about WikiCat came up and him explaining what happened. And so many people were confused and upset about it. So as soon as I put up that video about permissions, his video came up. And that's where the Lord reminded me, he says, wanted people to learn to ask me for permission after the season of April brought many disappointments. So did y'all go to God first? Or did you just invest? You know, and I'm not saying anything about him in the video. I'm talking about the coins. You. Did you ask for permission? Did you do what you were supposed to with testing the spirits and with your own relationship with God? Because that explains a lot and how things happen and how God maneuvers. He says, many will be surprised by who receives this and who doesn't. Had you said anything at that time that I was in position, he said, had you said anything, that would have been all people wanted to hear and not listen to the other messages at hand. Because it's true. When it comes to wealth and finances, that's all people want to hear about. Truthfully, the videos that God has me do about that, everybody. Anything else that comes to people's lives that they need to hear, no, I ain't trying to hear that. So I can see that one with my own eyes. The season of May was my test season. The trials and tribulations are coming to an end for this particular season. So those trials and tribulations for this season of May are ending. So you realize that you might be in a real big financial spiel. You might been getting attacked. Anybody else been getting attacked by the devil like he lost his mind? Because I have. That's because, you know, you are in line for a level up, a next level. So you've got to prepare yourselves, and God has to prepare you to see if he can trust you. Will you change? What's going on? Do you still love me and have hope? See, many people don't have faith. You got to realize that God can make anything happen from anything he wants to happen. Anything. God can make anything happen to any coin out there. It don't matter if it's named something silly like donut coin, the shrimp coin. It don't matter. Please don't look those up because they're not real as far as I know. Please don't be that person. But what I do know is God will do anything. And he has told me to invest in multiple things, not all for me to share with you guys. I heard the Lord say, if you want to know certain things, ask the Lord in your personal relationship. He says, ask me about the cats. What does that cat do? Ask me about cats. That's what he just told me. Ask me about the cats. If you really want to know all the stuff and get invited to all the secret things, besides the ones being told to you, you need to do it spiritually with God. Everybody can. So instead of scrambling and looking for direction from other people, you can build a relationship with God and do it too. All right. It's going to take work, but you can do it. All right. So he says, I also wanted to see who would be obedient with my secret. So if people didn't say certain things, like, can I trust you not to say something when I tell you to? Because if I can't, then I can't trust you with my secrets. So this was a timing thing. He didn't want people to go into this too early and be doing too much. Like, people really be putting life savings into this stuff. Okay. The Lord says, trust is key, but the time is now. He says, you may share. So he was telling me what I'm telling y'all right now, I may share this message. Okay. So I want to give you a little insight on some few things in physical world that God showed me or, spiritually talked to me about. So let's talk about cats. I prayed to the Lord when it came to BNB Lion. The first thing I saw was BNB Lion when I prayed about it. I said, what coin is it? Saw it immediately. I didn't know how to get into it. I learned how because I went into prayer and did that. After that, I had 2 dreams about 2 charts going up. Not one, 2 charts going up. I'm not revealing the other one to you guys. Nope. Not permitted. You got to ask God for that one. 2 charts. One going up. I already told you 50% of what it is. So I seen 2 charts go up. All right. And he positioned me in a few different things. And I saw price points, selling points. I'm not revealing those because that could be personal to me. And as people start losing their mind over that stuff, go into prayer because that's personal with God. I don't share that stuff unless he tells me to. All right. So that was confirmation for me on the 2 things that he had to put me into. And then I seen cats running around I seen cats run around in the physical world. I seen a cat running by the back door real quick. I was like, what the heck? Then I seen this cat, literally, I was at the gas station, came out, seen this cat walking, seen cats 2 or 3 times at this gas station, this black and white cat. This cat looking at me and just staring me down, looking up in the sky, staring me down, look up in the sky. So, guess what? Guess what? God was confirming to me in the physical world about those charts. See how he works? Cat season, okay? Pray to the Lord. Don't get mad at me because I told you to test the spirits. Do your own research. Go into your own relationship, okay? And also, the Lord was telling me about 12 rounds. This is more so about Shiba. Please don't take this as a time because I don't know the times. I just know a reference. I purchased Shiba Inu in at the end of August, and we had 12 days left, right? And the Lord, August of last year, by the way, and the Lord was telling me, gave me a message of 12 rounds. Okay, he said, go for it. So 12 rounds. I was asking the Lord about 12 rounds. And the Lord gave me a message about 12 rounds. Okay. And when it came down to those 12 rounds, boxing match, I thought it meant 12 days because everybody thought it was happening in September for the Shiba, the big stuff. Well, 12 rounds, he didn't say 12 days. Usually with spiritual time, days can refer to years. But this was rounds. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, months. Now, that's what I'm thinking. And so now we here in the summer again. It's almost been a year. And I'm thinking 12 rounds. We got to fight and really make it through 12 rounds to show and prove that we're ready for something huge. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen in August or September this year. I have no idea. But that's the reference that he gave me. So not saying that's an exact time. God can do it whenever he's ready. But the summertime is huge because things popping off. As you can see with the world, when the world goes down, we go up. So the world is definitely going down there in fear of money, finances, banks, debt ceiling, debt limit. We're excited. People are scared. Benefits cut. Ours are rising with God. Okay. All right. So that's what he gave me there. And I want to explain to how I bought this real quick. I can do a separate video to try to get you guys in there, those that really need assistance, help to get yourselves positioned. If after you pray, do you understand? Ask for permission. This is not your inheritance. This is God's. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here is the deal. You go to Binance.us. I repeat, Binance.us. And what you do is you go for BNB. You purchase that BNB. Now here's the problem. You got to wait 7 days. But that's okay because God can do it and give it to you whenever he's ready to give that blessing to you. Do you understand? But yes, when you purchase it, it puts you on that hold for 7 days to withdraw. Excuse me. And then, that's where you get it from. And then Pancake Swap is another site that's really good to purchase these coins on. If you already know how to do it, you know how to do it. I'm going to go into more detail because this video is already long enough. And I want to do a separate thing for that. But that's things I've mentioned. Now, I'm going to put the token addresses in the comment section. I'm going to pin it for you for that one token, not the other. So, yeah. Cat season. Ask the Lord. I'm telling you. Ask him what those cats about. And he going to tell you. Because he told me. All right? Because I prayed. Now, love you guys. And I hope that this message made sense. I let it be long enough for explanation. If you had the patience to sit through about 19 minutes worth. It's that time. So if you want to be smart right now, let's get it together. Because it's that time. Peace and blessings. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.